Hey guys, it's me, Crystal, squinting into the sun in Anchorage, Alaska. I'm at Kincaid Park today, harvesting nettles and chaga. Two amazing gifts from nature. Look into them. I'm not going to make a video about it right now because today I want to make a video that you asked for about manifesting. This is good because I almost got off topic yesterday and did this video, but I stopped myself from doing tangentology yesterday. I finished an actual video on one topic. Go me. Okay, so I had to get back to this today. Manifesting. I was just thinking as I was walking down this hill. It's really cool where I'm at. I'll just give you a quick view. And where I came from. I don't know if I'm catching this. Ah! Okay. I was walking down this hill. I had to take my shoes off because I have these Croc flip-flops, and what I'm walking on is last year's dead grass and plants, and it's slick on the bottom of my shoes. So I had to take my shoes off and use my toe power to walk down a hill so I don't hurt myself. And I took this moment to express gratitude for my mobility in my feet. It's so important to express gratitude. I thought about it, just the fact that most people who are working on manifesting want to manifest abundance. I hope I'm not picking up the wind too much and the sound here. The way to attract abundance is to notice how abundant you are in everything. So I was noticing the abundance of my mobility and being grateful for it because I haven't always had an abundance of mobility. There have been times in my life where I've been very sick. There have been times in my life where I was healing from surgery or injuries. There have been times in my life where I was too depressed to utilize my mobility. And so this concept of gratitude is so important because the universe responds to the vibrations that you put out. I'm going to go deeper. This is surface stuff right here because this is your conscious thoughts that you're aware of. These are important. It's important to use your conscious thoughts for positivity. So feeling gratitude is not just a thought, it's a feeling inside of your body. It's a vibration, it's an energetic vibration, and by creating that, you're putting out a signal to the universe that you're happy and satisfied with the abundance that you have. Therefore, the universe responds with, oh, they like this, let's give them more. So first, just noticing everything that you're abundant in. It can be anything. It can be health. It can be the fact that you have an incredibly abundant amount of air to breathe. You're never going to run out. You're abundant in your information that's available to you. Most people have a computer in their pocket, aka phone, or a laptop, or some type of device to click a single button or type in a single word and find out endless amounts of information. That's abundance. You need to be grateful for these every way that you can imagine that you're abundant. What you're doing actually is developing inside of you the feeling of abundance. This is just one example of manifesting abundance. You can manifest anything, but it's about creating that energetic vibration that you're sending out, and that's what they call the law of attraction. What you project, you then attract to you. So let's go a little deeper, because this is, in my opinion, the missing part of what they call the secret or the law of attraction, and that is your subconscious thinking. Your subconscious programming has been in effect since you were a little kid. When you learn about the subconscious and you start to understand the levels of the mind, okay, beta is our everyday thinking mind. It's the just normal, we have quite a bit of awareness and attention, and then the level of mind just below that is alpha. I use hypnosis to go into alpha, and then an even deeper state into the subconscious is theta, and then delta is when you're really knocked out, zonked out. I think that you can actually still get suggestion in the state of delta when you're sound asleep. A lot of people say that you don't. A lot of hypnotherapists and teachers of hypnotherapy say that you don't get the suggestions if you're in deep sleep delta, but I feel like you do. It's just a feeling that I have. It's an intuition. So basically, alpha and theta are the states that they tell you to focus on getting into, to reach, to change the subconscious programming. So alpha's pretty easy to get into. A lot of people get into it just by watching TV. That's why advertising is so powerful, because you kind of slip into a suggestive state. It happens when you're driving. Have you ever taken a trip and you got there and you didn't really even remember the driving part of it because your mind went into a relaxed state and it went into like a suggestive state? That's another reason why they put advertising on the radio when you're in your car. Advertising is literally built on the concept that people are suggestible, and they're more suggestible at certain times. Okay, so you can take control of your life and your ability to manifest by changing what's in your subconscious. From the time you were born to the time you were about 6 years old, you didn't even go into beta, which is our typical average conscious awareness when we're alert and thinking. For the beginning of everyone's life, they are experiencing the world in the state of alpha. So basically everything you heard from your parents, from adults, experiences you had, negative experiences you had, something so simple as money doesn't grow on trees, or we can't afford that, we're poor, we're not rich, money's hard to get, you have to work hard to get money. These are things that people told you that were then stored in your subconscious, and now that subconscious is a tape recording that's just repeating over and over. And that is literally what creates your reality. Okay, so it's really as easy as self-hypnosis, slipping yourself into a state of alpha, and then even deeper is theta. Suggestions are going to go deeper into your subconscious. I have to change hands holding the camera. The suggestions are going to go even deeper into your subconscious when you're in theta, because now you're just deeper down. You're deeper down into the subconscious mind. Hypnosis is nothing more than meditation with suggestions. Meditation is when you clear your mind and you reach a suggestible state. If you don't have suggestions coming in, meditation is a time for you to tap into the universal mind. Okay, so basically hypnosis is taking that state and then using it to rewrite the subconscious tape recording. This is why I got into hypnosis, because I found out that I could use my empathic abilities to find out what was wrong with people, but all I could do was tell them what was wrong. I didn't know how to change it until I entered hypnosis into the equation. Then I have a real thing here now. I can take what I learned from the person by reading their energy field. Like, most people have residual anger at one or both parents, and that shows up in different parts of the body. Specifically, I was asked about, do I think manifesting is harder to do if you don't have good self-esteem? This is really just simple. The first thing you want to change in your subconscious is your self-esteem, because someone told you when you were in the state of alpha that you aren't worth anything. And that happened to most of us because we come from an era where our parents came out of the era of parents who beat them. So maybe we didn't get beaten, maybe some of us did, some of us got spanked for sure, but our parents came from an era where they were beaten, and so you have to think about the fact that they overcame, or not necessarily overcame, but at least reached an understanding that they didn't want to do that to someone else, but they still didn't have a skill set that ever told them they were loved. And so even though they probably loved you, they didn't know how to express it because they were, just doing the best they could with what they had. Number one step in manifesting is forgiveness. Forgiving the people who hurt you. Usually your parents were the first ones, and then you went on to attract partners who, helped you repeat the same lessons. And this is the thing you have to remember. We came here to have these experiences. We set out to have these experiences of not feeling loved so that we could overcome it. We came here, we chose our parents, we chose to learn lessons about not feeling worthy so that we would have the opposite experience. Otherwise, you don't even know what worthiness is if you don't have the opposite to compare it to. So definitely in my evolution of manifesting, it was monumental to fix my low self-esteem. And here's a free tip. There's so many free hypnosis videos on YouTube. Just think of anything you want to work on. Self-esteem, self-worth, confidence, self-love, something along those lines. And just find one that you like and listen to it every day. And you will start to notice that your self-esteem will improve. And when that happens, then you will be able to have more gratitude. And like I said in the beginning of this video, your conscious thoughts are still important. The subconscious is the deep, really important stuff that people aren't addressing. So they don't realize that they have these thoughts that are creating their reality. But conscious thoughts are also important. The conscious awareness that you're putting out in energetic vibration is very important every day, because you're attracting to you by the energy that you give out to the world. So who hasn't noticed that you woke up and something shitty happened first thing, and then your day was just downhill from there because you set your intention in a negative mood, and that's what you're attracting to you all day. So to get at really profound manifesting, it comes from deep personal introspection to discover what your issues are in the first place, and then to work on those issues, not just through the subconscious, but also the conscious, and also your physical being. You have to, okay, you don't have to, but you will elevate yourself so much more quickly the cleaner your body is, the better your antenna to the universe is, the clearer your intentions become, the easier it is to set intentions, the easier it is to stay positive, the more positive, beautiful things are naturally attracted to you. Just a small, tiny example. I was feeling a little low last week. And I just kind of took a vacation from positivity and just hunkered down into it. Just went all the way down into it. I don't know how else to say it. But as I started to come out of it, I consciously was trying to have a really positive day. And it was a free day. I didn't really have anything to do, so I was just kind of out and about thinking of what to do. And I went by this Asian grocer that I like, and I thought, well, I just drove by them and I thought to myself, I bet they have mangosteen. I hadn't been in there in a long time. And guess what? I walked in there and they had mangosteen, the freshest that I've ever seen or tasted. And when I went to buy it, the guy was like, did you call in or something? Because I literally just pulled this off the truck an hour ago. I was like, no, it's weird. I was just driving by and mangosteen just dropped in my mind, so I stopped in. And that's how the universe works, if you let it. So let it, okay? All right. Just do a quick little wrap up here, even though this is getting a little long. I had some people coming by me on the trail, so I had to turn off the camera. But yeah, so I think I basically covered everything. Just pick what you want to work on, find a hypnosis that you like, change your subconscious programming, change your conscious programming to positivity as much as you can, and eat fresh fruits and vegetables, herbs, soaked nuts and seeds, lots of kale, lots of blueberries, lots of papaya. And if you're having any mystery illness issues, I highly recommend the book Medical Medium for specific guidance on healing herbs to get at these chronic issues that the medical establishment is not solving. It's what I'm working on, and it's what I think everyone should work on. If you have depression, lupus, Lyme disease, chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia, myofascial tension syndrome, first, you're probably undernutrified, undermineralized, and then you're probably fighting a virus. Get this book, Medical Medium. It's interesting to me that I had been guided to intuitively to basically the diet already throughout my life, but the missing key was getting at these pathogens that are wreaking all the havoc that doctors don't know about. And you can manifest anything you set your mind to if you believe it. Believe it in your conscious mind and also in your subconscious mind. All right? I love you guys. Have a great day.